Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you another weekly reading vlog. So it is currently Tuesday the 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 9th. I am back. I've been away with Cole for 2.5 weeks. I am back in England. I don't have any plans this week. I think I'm pretty free, but I need to start cracking away on some reading as I'm loosely doing 31 books in 31 days and I've only read 3 books. So I have a few things to tell you about reading plan wise. First of all, I started requesting ARCs from Love Notes PR. I haven't used them before. I think I don't know who I heard talk about them, but I decided to sign up to their newsletter. Lots of the ARCs haven't sounded that appealing to me, but a few did lately, so I requested them and I believe I've been accepted for all of the ones I actually applied for. The first one I started reading on my way home, which I forgot to mention in last week's vlog, is Perfectly Candid by J.S. Jasper, I believe. And this is a princess gardener romance. I'm hoping it's not like too hard to read. I'm reading it as an ebook on my phone, so I get distracted a lot reading on my phone. I'm going to give it my best go. If not, I can open it up on my Kindle and then like minimize distractions from other apps, but my phone is quite easy to use and I'm going into the office tomorrow, so I think I'm going to be able to just sit and read a little bit. I have 9.5 days left of my current job. I might be able to read some. I then got accepted for a series of 3 e-arcs. So the one of them was like the 3rd one and they gave me access to all 3. Wait, let me grab my phone. Thinly Veiled, Veiled in Brick and Shattered Veil by Eliza Modiste. So I have all of those on my phone / Kindle waiting to read. A lot of these need to be read and reviewed very soon, so I am going to be picking them up ASAP. But then I've shuffled you across my room because obviously coming back means I had post packages, things I needed to open. The first one is my WAYPOINT books order. So I need to open the Full Moon subscription box and check out my books. So that is going to be done in a whole video, which will be coming around the time of this vlog. It may be up already. If not, I'll just link my unboxing playlist so you can check that out. And then I do also have this package, which is from the Rotten Poetry Emporium. And this is a small publisher that reached out to me and asked me to review one of their books. They did send me the e-arc and I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. I said I would. Did I talk about it in a vlog? Potentially. But yeah, I just really haven't had a chance to pick it up yet. And I got home and they sent me a physical copy, because the book was released and now I can't get in. There was some string holding it on, which was very aesthetic, but actually I couldn't get in. I'm gonna try and keep the sticker to remember receiving it and stick it in my journal. Okay, the book. Oh, and there's a bookmark too. Oh, there's lots of things. Okay, so this is Heather by Charlotte Wood. I don't really know anything about this. I'm going on their recommendation, and also Joe has mentioned this to me. It is actually signed. That's so cute. She signed it. And I have been sent some stickers. So one is like the gravestone from the cover, and then this is, oh, I'm assuming that's what Heather looks like, the plant. I have no idea. And then a bookmark with the Heather on it, and then the gravestone. That is so cute. I'm gonna put together a little Bookstagram photo, I think. I'm gonna try and do that. We know I'm not that aesthetic, but I'm gonna give it a good go. So I do have this that I'd like to read ASAP. It's only about 200 pages, but the text is very small on the pages, so I'll give it a go. But those are my immediate like new releases, ARC plans. I don't normally have a lot of them, so it is quite exciting. I need to read a lot this week, so maybe I'll read some Elsie Silver. I know I can storm through those. My plan for the night is Perfectly Candid by J.S. Jasper. I've got a few things to do. I should probably like unpack a bit and tidy things up, but because I'm going into the office, that's just really not on my to-do list. I'd rather just get through the day and leave that till this weekend. I might put some washing on. No, I can't even put washing on because it won't be dry. Oh dear. Lots of like laundry, unpacking, organising, but I'm going to do the bookish part of the organising, then read a book for this evening and pick up more stuff tomorrow to handle. But yeah, what am I doing now? I don't even know. That was my ramble. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, I need to list books on Vinted because my unhaul went up today and they haven't actually been posted on Vinted yet. So I'm going to switch to my audiobook of Near the Bone for as long as I can. I started that last week and haven't picked it up again. Start Near the Bone again, upload books to Vinted, and then chill somehow. Hello, hello. It is Wednesday after work. I've just got home. I am exhausted. And after the auditors were like, okay, why is it not focusing on me? The auditors were talking about maybe not going in tomorrow and working from home. So I was like, fantastic. That means tomorrow and Friday from home. And then as we were leaving, they said, okay, so next week we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday too. Next week, we're done. We're so done. I'm so done. But apparently I'm still around for the auditors. So kind of frustrated. Just want this job to be over, quite frankly. It's getting kind of more stressful as I finish it, and I'm not loving that. So yeah, I don't know. Thoughts probably shouldn't put on the internet. I did finish a book this morning while I was in the office. I finished the audiobook of Near the Bone by Christina Henry. I don't know if I told you I was listening to this, but I picked it up while I was away and then really got into it. What night would that have been? Monday night? Or just yesterday. This is a horror, and it could have been queued up for like a 5-star, but I actually ended up giving it 3. It's really not what I thought it would be. We're following Matty and William. They live on the mountain, and Matty can't remember her life before her and William lived together. There is a animal, beast, thing, creature in the woods, and William has decided that he would like to hunt down this beast. And they come across a couple of young lads who are also doing the same, like hunting down Bigfoot. It's not what I thought it would be at all, and I really appreciate that, but I just wanted it to stay on that path. And it actually just went on some very weird, yes, we got some horror, but did it feel like fully worth it? I don't know. So 3 stars because it did really keep my attention, but I don't think I'm gonna think about it now I finished it. I think I'm done with it. So finished another book. I need to read Perfectly Candid tonight. I wanted to read some in my car like over lunch, but I didn't get a lunch break today, so I didn't do that. But I should probably try and pick up more this evening. I'm just about to go get my nails done. They are destroyed, and the anxiety I feel right now over telling my nail lady that I've gone elsewhere for my nails and I intend to continue going elsewhere. Like, I don't owe her anything, I'm paying her for a service, but I feel so bad that I'm like actually anxious about doing it. I might just block her number and disappear. No, I won't do that. But yeah, I went away for what, 2 and a bit weeks. So these nails have only been on 4 weeks, not even 4 weeks yet. And they are completely dead. 5 of them are broken. And I just feel like she can't actually fit me in until like 2 weeks away. So I feel like going to someone different might be a plan, but I feel really bad about it. So, okay, watch this space for the, has anyone else done this? Like, switching nail lady feels so bad, so bad. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to go and make my dinner because that's nearly ready. Go and get my nails done. Finish Perfectly Candid today. I'm gonna shower when I get back, clean my leg wound. I don't know if I've actually shown you that on camera yet, but that motorbike crash was silly. Clean my leg wound, and then I can film some videos tomorrow, hopefully, while I'm working. Because I have my book haul from last month, my wrap up from last month, my TBR for the final book support group round whatever we're on, and also my Waypoint books unboxing. So I've got lots of different things to film. Hopefully get that done tomorrow. Okay, I'm on an unhaul binge. I brought too many books back from America and I had a massive pile over here. There's now only 5 books on the floor that don't fit on shelves. They probably could fit, like there's a gap here. I've just rearranged the whole thing, so that's as close to fitting as we get. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books to unhaul for basically no reason. The first one is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. I have been holding on to this. I don't know why. I read it, I liked it, but I'm never going to read it again. I then have 2 Narnia books. I don't need to keep these as physical copies. Like, I can, if I really want to read these stories again, I can find them somewhere else. I don't need to do it again. So yeah, getting rid of these 2. I then have 2 Frederick Backman books. I bought these because everyone bought these. I have kept Anxious People, but we have A Man Called Ove and My Grandmother Sends Her Regards and Apologies. I got them both from charity shops. I think I paid no more than like £1 for each one. I'm never going to read them. I then have Gild and Glint. I was keeping these on my shelves saying that I'm going to read the next one, Gleam. I'm going to read number 3 and then unhaul them all. So why don't I just take these off my shelves and make space for more rooms? Make space for more rooms, make room for more books, because I don't need to keep these because I know I'm going to get rid of them. And then one that I have just given up. I know it's not going to get read. It's been on my 24 in 24 and self-destruct in 12 months and blah, all of those different lists. It's The Poppy War. I'm never going to read it. I am going to hunt down the audiobook because I want to get to it at some point, but I already knew that if I read this one, I was going to be reading the audiobook, not the physical book. People say this is amazing. I don't think it's for me anymore. I think it was something I was interested in back in the day, but I don't think it's going to happen. So all of these get to be put aside for the next unhaul video. Now that means there's a stack of books as an unhaul stack, which kind of defeats the point of taking them off my shelves, but hey ho. Hello, it's Friday. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. Yes, I've been working the past couple hours. I am exhausted, like actually exhausted. I've got over the sickness I was feeling yesterday. I'm not sure if I updated the vlog yesterday, but I did film 4 videos and through 3 of them I felt like I was gonna pass out. So glad I got them done. But yeah, I really wasn't feeling good yesterday. It must have just been the jet lag, but I did not feel okay. So it's now Friday. I just finished the audiobook for The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord. And in a way, I'm so annoyed I left this to so long because I didn't like it. So up until last night, I had about 100 pages to go and I was thinking it's a 3-star, maybe a 2.5. We're following Paige. And Paige's first boyfriend when she's like 15 and she's been with him 2 months. I understand being 15, everything's dramatic anyway, but she's not been with him very long and he has a very tragic accident and he dies. It's horrible. Can't even imagine that happening in real life. That would be the worst thing in the world. However, this is the basis for the story and the whole thing is that everyone sees her a year later as just the girlfriend of the guy who died. And first of all, that didn't really feel that realistic, but let's say it is. And then the book is like her needing to make changes in her life and move forward in her life to get over the death of her first boyfriend. So it was very predictable and very over dramatic to a sense where it didn't feel realistic at all. But what am I to say? I didn't lose my first boyfriend when I was 15, so I don't know what that would actually be like, but it didn't feel very realistic to me. So even though it was a really easy read, I didn't like it that much and it was at 2.5 or 3 stars. Then brief spoilers, so maybe if you don't want any spoilers at all, skip until I'm not holding this book up. But the couple that does get together end up spending 2 months apart on different summer programs. So they have 2 months where one of them is at home and the other's in New York, and then the one goes home, the other's in Italy. Well, they just do their own thing. That should have been my favourite part of this story. I like any book that incorporates long distance content well, even brief long distance, just that kind of yearning for each other, knowing you can't be with each other but you're going to be back together one day. I love it in a book. However, Emery Lord decided to switch from a full-length novel to emails to explain those 2 months apart, and that would have been my favourite part of the story. So I felt like we had a lot of fluff at the start, then they went on this summer programme. They could have just gone on the summer programme and that be it, and some sort of epilogue of what happens when they get back, but filling that content with emails really irked me because I was like, I would have enjoyed this part of the story, so why are we skipping over it? So yeah, didn't really love that. Went down to 2 stars. Glad it's off my TBR, but I don't know why it took me so long. I did like the Open Road Summer that I read. So I have one more on my shelves, which is When We Collided. I've had this for a very, very long time. This is another one with a tragedy in it. Jonah and Vivi. So maybe this one will be a little bit better. Can you fall in love when you're falling apart? It kind of similar vibes, so I might put this one off for a little bit longer. So the other book I made progress in last night is on my Kindle. It's Perfectly Candid by J.S. Jasper. I'm now just shy of 60% through and I'm not loving this one. I am reading it for review, so I'm trying not to be too harsh, but the pacing feels very off, and that's a big thing for me. We are switching between 2 perspectives, but when we switch perspectives, we're then in 3rd person, which is obviously fine, but if I've got a whole new perspective, I like I did this, I did that, rather than he did this, but we're in his perspective. You know what I'm saying? Do I make any sense? So I'm gonna try and read a little bit more of that today. I have the Empire Storms live show tonight. I have not yet gone over my notes. I think that's gonna have to be a thing as I get closer to this evening. But yeah, not having a great reading time right now, and I think that's what's making me feel a little bit slumpy. Yes, I'm reading books, but they're not blowing me away. So I need to get through Perfectly Candid, and maybe I can pick up an Elsie Silver or something for the weekend to brighten me back up. Good morning, it's Saturday morning, it's 10:30. I have been up for about an hour. Victoria actually messaged me like the minute I woke up. She's like, hey, what are you doing today? I was like, my one eye is open. Now we have two eyes open because it's like an hour later. And I just finished Perfectly Candid by J.S. Jasper, and I am getting in a slump because I am reading books I don't like. 2 stars to this. It kind of sucked, and I'm trying to be nice. So this is the first arc I've read for a company called Love Notes PR. I saw somebody talking about them, and I always look at what arcs they've got available, but a few of them really caught my attention lately, and this was one of them. And I'm really regretting it because I did not like this. This is a princess gardener romance, and I feel like the author just tried to do a few too many things, but also that it isn't edited enough. So the few too many things, we have a princess and a gardener. We also have she's an adopted princess. So she was basically adopted as like a virtue signaling thing because she's black and the royal family is white. They did have a princess who was older than her, but she tragically died. So now this adopted black princess is in line for the throne, which the king and queen aren't too happy about. So they're trying to get her to do what they want. So we have that kind of element. So we have the forbidden romance. We have the succession in monarchy in that very strange situation, but then we also have like abuse and torture. So there's just a lot of things going on, and I really did feel like this just wasn't edited that great. There were a lot of pacing problems where you'd have to read the same paragraph 3 times because you'd actually jumped like a month in the sentence, or just something was written. I can't even explain it without thinking of like the couple of sexy scenes. But you're like, wait, what's happening? And had to go back and read whether you'd missed a sentence, and it didn't sound like you'd missed a sentence. For example, there's a character called Jamie, and he's just referenced halfway through as if we know who he is, and I don't remember being introduced to him. We could have been, and I just didn't pay attention, but normally I'm relatively decent at knowing what's going on. So yeah, I just felt like there were a lot of issues with this book. I've given it 2 stars, not 1, because I don't want to just be downright offensive. Apparently we're not supposed to fill in the review unless we give it 4 stars, which I'm gonna fill it in anyway. But it says don't tag the author, which I wouldn't anyway in a review. If it was 5 stars or 1 star, I wouldn't tag the author. But it just needs more. Like it's not very good. I'm sorry. So plan for the rest of the day is literally nothing. I'm gonna edit some videos first, just while I've got like that first bit of morning energy, and then I think I might read, I don't know, I kind of want to read Not My Type to get me out of the reading slump because I know I'll like that. Or do I read an Elsie Silver, or do I play a game because I've downloaded a lot of games lately. I have many options of what I could do, and right now I don't really want to do any of them. I just want to exist quietly and get over this headache that's been on for 4 days now. Maybe 5. Let's do some editing first. Somehow it's already 11:15. I've not done much since I spoke to you. I have sorted through my physical TBR. I've got a tracking spreadsheet that links, well, it doesn't link, but it matches Goodreads, but it just does things in a way I want it to. And that was 2 books out, so apparently I had 2 books more than Goodreads had. I've now worked it out. My physical TBR now stands at 475 books. So I think I need to up my reading goal to 200. I'm currently on 102. 475 is a lot. I don't really see a physical way of getting through them all, but I want to. Nothing on my TBR right now, like on my actual TBR for the month, is appealing to me. I've got plenty of time to read the books. I've got a couple days off work this month, like before I start my new job. I just don't want to read. I don't want to read, but I do want to read. I want to read everything, but I want to read nothing. Help me, somebody. I have got up 2 different times to go and get my camera. Both times, the first time I came back with nothing. The second time I came back with Ferrero Rochers. So we're going to go on my phone. I've just laid down to read Powerless by Elsie Silver. It is 9 PM on Saturday. I have been on Supermarket Simulator for 7 hours today. 7 hours on Supermarket Simulator. So I'm gonna try and read as much of this as possible. I've only been reading about 10 minutes. Oh, and I'm on like page 10. Okay, I'm gonna read this for a little while. I've got my ferret rochets, as we call them in my family. Very relaxing day. I've not done a hell of a lot. Hello, it is Sunday. I am just getting ready to go out for the day. I'm gonna walk to my parents to get some exercise because it's been a while. Couple of little bits. I have DNF'd Vladimir by Julia May Jonas. I was listening to the audiobook. I got about 40 pages in and just didn't care. Nothing about this was appealing to me. It's kind of like a literary fiction take on a Lolita. No, I will pass. So that's in the on hold pile. Oh, I need to dress up my leg wound, as we're calling it, from my little accident. God, this looks a mess behind me. It's really not. Need to gather all the things that my parents want, anything that I want to take with me. I'm taking a margarita cocktail mix thing, so I'm gonna have a few bevs. Started reading Hopeless by Elsie Silver last night. I read about 150 pages and I'm absolutely loving it, so I'm gonna take that with me, read that while mum's watching Wimbledon. But yeah, don't know what else I've got. I'll probably try and vlog as I walk. With that, we are already on Monday morning. This week has gone so quickly, and in a way I'm so grateful because it's been crap being away from Cole again. I've been back a week now and that week has gone literally in the blink of an eye. I don't really know how it's gone so quick, and sometimes I need that. Like, I don't want the days dragging when I'm upset. Reading update though, I was reading, what's it called, Powerless, in bed last night, and I got up to page 307, so I'm very close to the end. This is not as good as number 2, Heartless, but it is still really good. I probably haven't told you anything about this. This is book 3 in the Chestnut Springs series, and it is a romance between an ice hockey player and his childhood best friend. So it's a friends to lovers. Friends to lovers isn't my favourite trope, so I do struggle to enjoy them just as much as the other tropes, but it is pretty damn good and I am enjoying it. I think Elsie Silver is just quite a perfect author at this point. So that is what I've been reading. I don't really have much else. So yesterday I went to my parents and we watched the tennis, which was, I don't like watching the tennis, but I kind of got into it. I feel like it's one of those you can't look away from, so I was trying to read and watch, and I just watched. Then they were about to watch the football, so I came home. My dad was definitely not watching the football. That's like his worst nightmare. So we walked home because I'd had a few margaritas and tried to set up my new Ring doorbell and stuff like that. So just very boring evening. But then when I got home, I played a little bit more Supermarket Simulator because I need to stop, and yeah, had an early night with my book. So not much chaos happening here. If you did watch this vlog to this point, I appreciate you a hell of a lot, and please leave me some sort of ice hockey emoji to show me that you are here. I can't continue to express how much I appreciate you guys for watching all of my vlogs. This is such like a passion project for me now. We're nearly at 200 vlogs. I should probably check when that's going to be, but I just, yeah, I feel so much thankfulness for you guys being here. On that note though, that is all I have time for today, so thank you very much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.